Hello everybody, 2384 Aviation here, and today we are going to be doing another gameplay of Airlines Manager Tycoon. Now, today's episode is special, as in we are going to be selling one of our hubs. Now, as you can see here on the top of the screen, right where the phone thing usually comes up, you see the money right there. It's negative 4.5 billion. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a lot of money I owe. However, if you don't know, actually, the airline is literally worth $627 billion, and I've been playing this game now for almost 2 years. So, I've known that, yes, I do go in the negative sometimes, but this negative number here, that's not even big anymore, as in a big negative number. Usually when I hit over 12 billion in debt, or maybe 15 billion in debt, that's kind of the problem. But usually when it's like a negative 4.5 billion, it's not a problem for me. Like in about 2 hours, maybe even less, it's going to go back into the positives. Now, you're probably wondering, what is this episode going to be basically about? It's going to be all about selling a hub and putting your aircraft into another. Now, I'm going to be selling the Puerto Rico hub that I have here because it hasn't made that much money. And we'll go see. I've had it for a long time now, but it hasn't made that much money. As you can see, $130 million. As you can see, I have other hubs also, which could be making more money. For example, I just bought Las Vegas the other day. Actually, yesterday I bought Las Vegas. And then I bought these two at the same time, ROB and LAD. That's for the new African venture, which I've gotten into, as you know. Also, if you don't know, there's a lot more differences actually now with the hubs. For example, we have a Canadian hub now, which is for upnorth.com, which is a low-cost Canadian subsidiary that I've set up. And then we also have GYD and Tashkent and Almaty. Those are all operating for Centrojet Airlines, which is another low-cost company based out of the Central Asia. So as you can see, they operate the IL-96-300 Tu-154. We got a lot of aircraft now as well into the fleet. So as you can see here, so we're gonna go back really quick to the fleet. We have 8,280 aircraft. So that's a lot of aircraft we have. I know the hub in San Juan has a few aircraft. I believe they have the Saab 340s, a couple EMB 120s. And they also operate a lot of the heavier aircraft. For example, as you can see here, there's an MD-11. And also, it's kind of weird, but I have kind of a weird-looking combo operating out of SJU, which is the 787-9s and 767-200ERs, which is kind of a age jump there in terms of aircraft fleet. But we're operating these aircraft specifically to routes in Africa, and has been doing very well. So, with that being said, we're going to be selling the hub in San Juan. Now, I'm going to go over here to the hubs. So you can see we currently have 21 hubs around the world. We have the 3 in Central Asia, 3 in Africa, 1 in Guam, a lot in the US, and 1 in Canada. We also got Honolulu. If you don't know, the British company that we had has shut down as I merged it into QNA, which is the company that the main company. So as you can see right there, see the 787-10, 757-300, all operating with that. So with that being said, let's get into it. So you're probably wondering, how do I recover from that much debt? Well, I'm going to give you the example of for airlines that are just starting out. And that is, if your airline isn't that big and it's got, let's say, 3 or 4 hubs, what you can do is you can sell one of the hubs. Now I'm going to show you how you can sell one of the hubs. You're going to go into the hubs or the network management, and then you're going to go all the way down here to San Juan. Now for San Juan, as you can see, it's 130 million, only that much. It's one of my 4 least money-making hubs. Hopefully we can get Las Vegas up a little bit sooner. I do have some aircraft that I have to enter into the fleet. We got 5 new 787-9s, which I just purchased a few hours ago. So we're going to be selling San Juan, and we're going to be sending all of the aircraft to Las Vegas. As you can see, it's already generated for the newest hub, and it costs, or it doesn't cost, but you get $8.7 billion from selling the hub. That's because it also sells the routes from San Juan, and that's that. So it's a really cool thing, actually. I really recommend, if you are in a little bit of debt and you do need money, to sell a hub that doesn't make enough money. Now, I would never sell like my top 4, which make in total probably over $2 billion. I'm just reading it from right now, it looks like it makes over $2 billion per day. And remember, that's day in Tycoon. I believe 7 hours equals one, or not 7 hours. I believe 1 hour real time equals 7 hours in game. So that would be probably like a week goes by in, like, I don't know, a few days in real life. So as you can see, San Juan doesn't make enough money, so we're going to be selling it. So you're going to press sell for 8.7 million. Now, as you can see, you get this warning here. It says some aircraft from this hub are currently still flying. And what it does is, this is actually another cool thing. If you have like really funky looking schedules and you have demand, which is higher one day than the other, you can do this too. And it doesn't sell the hub, but what it does is that it will basically, or here, we'll go over to aircraft for me to show you. You go to aircraft, my aircraft, and then we're going to look use. And it just takes all the aircraft and it puts them on 0% used. So that way you can reconfigure your flights and make sure they're really good. And again, all these aircraft will be going to Las Vegas. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of long haul aircraft we're adding to that. And some short haul. I'll probably add the short haul aircraft and put them into, I don't know, one of the other bigger hubs that have still some demand. So let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to collect some of the aircraft. Oh, actually, we ordered 5 7878s and 5 737-700ERs. So with that, we're going to just schedule them for Vegas. Oh, as you can see on the top, it just changed to I'm in now a lot more debt. So that's not a bad thing. Don't worry about it. I can recover from this. We just have to basically just schedule more aircraft. So again, we're going to be selling San Juan. The reason probably why the debt went up is because I just sold San Juan. So don't have to worry about that. We're just going to keep scheduling a few more aircraft to go to Vegas, and then we'll, you'll probably not notice it, but there'll be like a skip. I'll stop recording, and then about an hour later, I'll probably just get back on and start recording again and continue the video, because as you can see, I'm not really ready to wait a few hours just to sit here talking in a commentary waiting for the hub to fully be closed off. But as you can see here, we're just finishing up some of the routes for these aircraft. Don't worry about that. Hopefully, what I'm planning to do, I do have a list of the hubs that we currently have, so if you want to know, you can listen. If you don't, you can skip ahead a little bit. But for QNA and Green Air Freight, which is the freight version company that I run also with this, their hubs are San Francisco, Anchorage, Miami, Stockton, Los Angeles, Seattle, New York, JFK, San Juan, Guam, Denver, Atlanta, Fargo, and Honolulu. And then up north is Calgary. And then you got Afrilink Airlines, which is the African subsidiary of QNA, which is we operate to Lagos, Monrovia, and Luanda in Angola. And then Centrojet Airlines, which is Almaty, Tashkent, and Baku. So yeah, as you can see here, the hub's already just closed off. There's just barely any routes. As you can see, all the routes from like Africa have basically just went and turned gray. When it turns gray like that, that means the route is not in operation. So I'm actually going to really quickly see if we can sell it, just to see, because I think, there we go, we sold it. Didn't need to wait that hour. But yes, as you can see, now we have 200 less routes, and I have to restart and redo my routes thing. But as you can see, all aircraft are now going to be scheduled to Las Vegas, so we'll go over to fleet, and we'll check the fleet really quick. Hopefully, yes, everything is scheduled to Las Vegas now. So that's basically how you will sell a hub really quickly. Sometimes it could take like about 2 hours to wait until the hub is fully like you can sell it. However, there's some times where it can literally just be in a few minutes you can sell it like that. However, I do recommend just probably waiting about 10-15 minutes or a half hour, and then you can sell the hub and make some money off of it. Now, there is a few other things I gotta say really quick. This is actually a good one. When scheduling, I got a lot of questions actually recently on my recent YouTube video. Now, I'm going to answer a few of them really quickly now. And I'm going to see what you guys think. So, just look at the screen of me scheduling the aircraft at this moment in time as I try to find my video where everybody was asking questions, because I don't have any time to do this. So, okay, it looks like, because I'm recording this also from my phone, so I got my computer here to help me out. So, what I will say is, if you are having trouble with trying to get more money, again, you should really stick to my philosophy, which is to just buy the very long haul routes. Like, that is the number one thing you guys should do. And I did get a lot of questions. I'm trying to figure out, let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to answer some of your questions, which are all in the comments, and it doesn't look like anybody commented on this video, so I'm going to check this one really quick. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm going to help everybody out by telling them what the answers are. Okay, so somebody said I should buy Jakarta. I really just was like, nah, not really. I might possibly buy that in the future, actually, though, because, again, if it can make a lot of money, that's good. How long have I been playing this game? Exact date and time I started this airline was on the 24th of November, 2018. So it's been quite a long time now. It's been 2 years almost. So I've been playing this game for quite a while. And, yeah, so let's see. Why so much business and first class? Or hold on, let's see here. How to join an alliance in Android. Unfortunately, for an alliance, you need to do it via online. So I'll probably put a link in the description below of Airlines Manager online, and you can only do it on professional mode. You can't do it on Tycoon online. It has to be only on professional, and because this airline here is on Tycoon, this can't really be part of, it can't be part of a alliance. So here's one question. How do you get approved for international routes? I bought a few from JFK to Dublin, London Heathrow, and for some reason, under long haul, it states I have no aircraft qualified for those routes when trying to schedule them. For that question, for that reply, I basically was like, you need to buy long haul aircraft. So what that means is you go into here, you go to purchase aircraft, long haul, and you buy one of these that are able to go, let's say, really quickly. There's a new feature in this game as well, which is really cool, which you can actually check out, and it's called expansion. Now with the expansion, you can actually see the routes and times. So let's say JFK to... So you can see I own the JFK hub. Let's say, because you said, for example, LHR for London Heathrow. That is going to be a total of, let's see here. It doesn't tell me. Oh, yeah, 5,541. So you're going to need to buy an aircraft that has that range capability. So what I recommend doing is purchasing the Boeing 787-8s or Boeing 787-9s, maybe the 737-700ER, A319LR, 757-200, because any of these aircraft can reach that really well. So, next, the map does not appear to me the way if I play professional mode. this map needs to be updated. So if you're not updated with the game, because you do need to update this, I believe, but also if you're doing it on professional mode online, again, the map's going to look really different. I haven't really done it online in a while, so I don't really know. Next, hi, I am new to this game. How can we configure the airplane according to the customer class demand? What does red and green color numbers mean? What does green mean and red? So first of all, how do you configure the aircraft? So I'll just use one of my used aircraft really quick. That's not in use at the moment. So we'll check here. And we'll go to 7879. So you're going to press configure. And you can adjust it like this. Let's say, I like how it's just set at 420. You could set it, let's say you got class at 200. And then you can add up to 100 in here. And then you can add the rest in econ. And then you got rest in business. And then you can add some more to econ. And then you can configure cargo the way you want. Here's a question I got a lot. Why don't you put cargo on this? The reason for that is because, well, before I literally would just buy cargo aircraft. And that's how I would use cargo. I wouldn't use cargo in these aircraft. However, sometimes the demand is like this. So I'm forced to use a lot of cargo, which is kind of funny. But yeah, to answer your question about the green and the red, let me show you a really quick example. So green, as you can see, green, that's good. That means you've got that much demand. The red, that means that you're going into the negative demand. What that means also is you're not going to be making money for that aircraft, or you're going to be not making like that much money on that aircraft. So you're going to keep it in the green. So you're going to have to, configure it so it's like 1,500 whatever people in economy, and then the rest. So next thing here, keep on, bro. Thank you actually for this one. Bro, keep on posting more videos. You may get famous one day. I'm not trying to get famous from these videos. I'm just trying to help people out and just show people how to play this game, because it does get kind of hard to play this game while you play. So next question here is, I recommend you need to purchase ICN as a Asian hub. You will get high demand. I got 7 hubs such as ICN, ICN, LHR, GMP, NRT, TFF, SZN, and FNJ, especially from that hub. I'm really just into purchasing the US hubs. That, and also doing like the low-cost subsidiaries, like the ones in Central Asia and Africa. And Africa's demand is extremely high on economy. Like, I'll give you an example really quick. So for Africa's demand, I don't know if I have a... Here, actually, let me actually do this. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to purchase a route really quick for, let's say, Lagos, which is capital for Nigeria. And let's just say, theoretically, we'll go to South Africa, and let's say we'll do, I don't know, Johannesburg. So, audit. It is high. It is extremely high for the demand of economy for Johannesburg. So, as you can see, it's 3,516. Now, the only downside is, for this hub specifically, I only use Mad Dogs, so it will not be able to do that route. See, I only use the MD-90s and MD-80s. Hopefully soon, though, I will be getting some more 737s for that hub. Next, is a loan on the financial market need to pay back? Yes, you need to pay back the loans on the financial market. Usually they'll do it automatically for you, but you can speed up the process. I've been lucky that I haven't had to get any loans in Tycoon. However, on my professional mode, which I am soon to do a video on in the future, I'll show you how you can repay loans, because I've gotten quite a bit of loans in that game, or in that one. How does cargo work? Should I remove cargo inside normal planes or just keep the max, because I cannot change to more seats anyways? For this one, I've answered a lot of these questions already, actually, but what I'm going to say is, I recommend putting cargo inside the hold of your regular aircraft, because it really does save you more money, because you don't need to designate an entire fleet of cargo aircraft, because I've kind of gotten lazy, but at the same time, I have enough money. So as you can see, I got like 200 747-400Fs that I could basically replace with other cargo aircraft, or not cargo aircraft, but passenger aircraft, and put cargo in the hold and make it easier for the aircraft to carry cargo. Next, did you fly to Bangkok BKK? It has massive amounts of economy and cargo. Yes, I have. Let me check here. I use it with the Central Asian hubs. I'll do it later. How did you get so many stars? I can only get one and I don't know how to get more. You usually get more stars as you advance in the game. So the more stars you get, usually that's because your airline gets bigger. So I got 5 stars because I have like all these aircraft, all the routes, all the hubs. That's basically the reason why I can get that much. Hey, do you know why the hubs become more expensive? Do you know if they max out? The price for this seems insane. Yeah, in the beginning of this game, it does kind of seem weird. Like, the hubs are really high. I've noticed, though, like, first playing the game for, like, the first time, the hubs were about, like, 200 million. But they really get higher in the US. Like, I'll give you an example. So we'll go to hub purchase and we'll go to the US. I actually purchased Las Vegas for 9.5 billion. So let's see. Yep, 9.5 billion. A lot. They kind of maxed out a little bit though. I will be honest, it maxed out with Dallas Fort Worth. Like that's I've seen for now like three years or not 3 years in a row, but like 3 times I've purchased the hub, it's been at 9.5. So it does max out. It just maxed out at a really high number. Do HKG to DL or HKG to Mumbai. Unfortunately, I sold my Hong Kong hub. However, I do fly to Delhi and Mumbai from many of my different hubs, especially from my San Francisco hub and from the hubs that I have in Central Asia. Why do some days for performance of a hub goes on red? Hold on, I'm trying to read this. Why does some days performance of any hub go on red? It does miserable from time to time. Is it random? Thanks. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of random. It's not real. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I would recommend though, like increasing like the different entertainment things. Like you go to research, go to services, and the services here I haven't really ever touched on, but I definitely recommend if you want to get your airline started, just do the best you can with these because these can definitely help out your airline. So next question was how to activate via flight mode. I don't know how to do that one yet. I will check though. Next question, do you fly to South America, Brazil? Yes, I fly to a lot of destinations in Brazil. Well, a lot of them are like north here, but that's because I use the 757s from San Francisco. But yes, I do have a lot of destinations to Brazil and a lot of routes to Brazil. Next question is, what should be my first, second hub and routes as a beginner to make a lot of money? Definitely go with an airport in the US that's like really big. So for example, I got San Francisco, Los Angeles, and then on this side also got Seattle. Those are really big airports. Again, JFK, Atlanta, Miami, and Denver. So just get airports which are very well known, like really big airports. That way you'll make like a lot of money. And I'll go back to this as well. You can make a lot of money with the big airports than the small airports. As you can see, like Fargo, Stockton, Anchorage, Lagos, though I still need to get more routes, but that's actually a really good airport. I would recommend if you're going to have an airport for Africa, get like Johannesburg or Lagos. Next one, doesn't matter if you have multiple routes on one aircraft. For scheduling, this is what I would recommend doing. If you're doing like multiple routes, make sure that the routes are consecutive. So it's like 2 routes a day to the same airport. Or no, 2 routes a day. One column would be for one airport and the other for the other. Now let me explain with that. I'll show you. We'll go to like, let's say, I don't know, my most expensive aircraft. So I'm going to choose, let's see, we'll go with like the 747, for example. I'm going to make sure that's actually going to do it, but okay, that doesn't work. Yeah, let me show you. So for multiple routes with an aircraft, I'm going to go to my cargo ones because my cargo aircraft never fail on me. But what you can do is see how there's like 2 columns, okay? They're like 12 hours apart. So this section can be one destination, and this can be the other. And I definitely recommend keeping it like that. Don't add any more like hubs. Don't make it like, here, let's add 1 2-hour flight here and a 5-hour flight here, and then let's have it not be the same consecutively for that rest of the day, for the rest of the week. It's not a good idea because it can really screw up the demand, and you'll be really confused on what aircraft you should put on what route and what aircraft you should not put on what route, and then sometimes it can go into the red, and you just don't want to have that confusion. So just make sure you press the automatic scheduling. You could do any random one like cargo, for example, as you can see. Just do it like that and you'll be fine. So next, I play with Android, but the map isn't like yours. Map doesn't have zoom. Why? Can you help me? I don't know about the Android problems. I'm not like very good on the Android. Next thing I got here. Imagine flying to Wuhan. Yes, I will fly to Wuhan. The demand is good. Let me fly to Wuhan. Next one. How do you have so much money? Playing this game for a long time. Trust me, dude. It's really good to get a lot of money in this game. The 787-9 is better than any Airbus aircraft in what it is. You can't beat it. Yes, I have a lot of 787-9s now. So I believe I have 200 of them now. I don't know. To you guys, it may be like, oh my god, that's so many aircraft. But to me, that's 200 aircraft. That's nothing. And then to the next question we got here is... Well, I'm going to continue on. Any better aircraft? Well, it's just the 787-9s that are good. Next. It is 25 hours to go and come back, not to go there. Do not go to a route that's over 24 hours long because it can really confuse your like scheduling. I definitely recommend keeping it between 24 and 19.75, which would be like 19 hours and 45 minutes. That way it's easier for simplicity. Next one, how do you get $0 audit? For that one specifically, I'll show you now. What you can do is, oh yeah, what am I thinking? You go to card wallets. Here, I'll just show you really quick, more info. You get it from the card wallets. As you can see here, we have, we'll go all bonuses. I have a lot of bonuses. I have like over 1,000 different audits and then over 500 free simulations and whatnot. 10, you got a lot of the 10 ones, the 21 ones, the 3 remaining. Yeah, easy. Just get the card wallets. Any of these. I'm working on to getting the Epic though, because the Epic ones are really cool. So, last question before I go is time to get loads of great views. Oh, thank you. So that was the last question. So yeah, again, guys, if you need some help, I will help you out with this. I want to thank you guys for so many views. We got over 8,000 views on the last video. Hopefully this one can get more. Hopefully I can do another Airlines Manager Tycoon session soon. The reason why it's been taking so long is because I've been waiting to get like $100 billion to just do it on like one big spend. Now, if you don't know, the last time I waited till I got 20 billion. Now I'm making it bigger. I'm going to wait till I have $100 billion, and then we're going to do a video specifically for Maintenance Book, and we're going to be doing a video on specifically D-checks. And the reason for that is because they got quite expensive. They got like over $100 billion to do a D-check, which is the reason why daily I have to do 8 checks. So, oh, look at that. My computer died. Well, that's going to do it for today's video, because I am recording this via my phone, which is probably why the audio quality is going to be terrible. And guess what? I think my cat's outside my door. Alright, so thanks guys for watching today's video. Oh no, she's inside. She's inside the room. I was like, that's weird. Sorry about that. We got bloopers for this one. Okay, but it's cool. You get to see like what I would do outside of making videos. So thanks guys for watching today's video. I know it was kind of shorter than usual, but again, this is just like an update video of what you can do to probably make more money in the future. And it was also to answer some questions, do like a little Q&A. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment your thoughts down below in the video. I always love reading the questions and trying to help out as much as I can.